What's happening, good people? Happy New Year. Welcome back to work. Those of you that went to work today, probably there's some of you out there that wish you were taking the day off as a vacation. As I've explained this many times over the years, always take that Monday off of the new year. Go back to work Tuesday or Wednesday. And stay hydrated moving into 2022. Welcome to Montez at Midday. Hello, Facebook. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Twitter. Hello, live streamers out there and podcasters as well. And welcome to another episode of Montez at Midday. And we're being brought to you by a title sponsor, The Weed Squad, St. Louis. To get a complete list of all the sponsors of the show, feel free to visit www.dremontez.com. Also, you can follow our podcast as well, Who's to Blame. You get caught up on the latest episode of the podcast as well. Did everyone have a great weekend, holiday vacation? Some of you haven't been back in the office or even on your own laptop since last year. That is good and cool, all many ways. And one, I'm trying something new today. I'm trying a new leave-in conditioner. We're going to see how this really works for the natural hair, as we have a sporting trip. Excuse me. A sporting trip coming up this month. We're going to Oklahoma to see the Oklahoma Thunder take on the Indiana Pacers. Looking forward to it. I've been through Oklahoma, but never there to hang out, and I'm looking forward to it, to hang out with the crew, TFP in the building. All kind of acronyms are going to be going crazy that weekend, so I'm looking forward to that. But it is New Year. Happy New Year to you guys. Did you guys enjoy your New Year celebration? I know things got a little crazy here the past 2 weeks with COVID and canceled flights and delays and things of that nature, and parties being canceled, new mandate situations you had to get used to or get ready for to go out on the town, even if you went out on the town. But something here got me from 5 p.m. to 1 in the morning. That many shots were fired. Who starts celebrating the New Year at 5 p.m.? I mean, we know it get dark at 4:30, but damn. Come on. It's like how I complained about the VIP in the strip clubs a few years ago. You know, before you sit down, they were naked. Whoa, what happened? What just happened? You're supposed to tease me. You're supposed to suck me into this thing here. That's what she said. But who really is firing a weapon that early to celebrate the new year? I don't want to hear you had to go to work, because according to all y'all, nobody works anymore. Everybody working for themselves. Everybody bagging it up. Ain't nobody chasing the bag. Ain't nobody working in no restaurant no more. Well, we know that. Ain't nobody driving trucks, delivery drivers. Oh, we know that too. So what the hell are you firing a weapon for at 5 p.m.? Now, as a kid, I had relatives, that fired weapons. I'm not a gun person, but if that's your lifestyle, hey, that's you. But over the years, I've participated in events on New Year's Eve where people had weapons. And I always wondered, where do you fire your weapon at? I was amazed how many people fire their weapon in the air. And I would always say that, I'm not shooting nothing. That's a question. Where do you think that's going to land at? And then I went to another one, I want to say about 8 years ago, probably, in Jeff County. And everybody had a gun. The grandma, the grandpa, the whole damn family was packing heat, and they were all hanging out together. This amazing event. Shout out to Josh and Robin. But they all had weapons. Now, one person fired in the air. So I'm just wondering, how do you fire your weapon on New Year's Eve? I want to know. I really do want to know this, because I see people doing things. I imagine they're doing it a different way, but they're not at all. And nobody is saying a thing. I mean, just think about that for a second, right there. When it comes to what happened to the song being played, the real savage. I don't know the words. Acquaintance, and then you kissing and the confetti and the champagne. What happened? Do people still kiss at midnight? Is that still a thing? Kissing at midnight. Is that song still being played? I've never even knew the name of the song or the words, but a lot of Hollywood and television shows would instill that in there. We all know about the John Madden situation, Betty White as well, and former NFL head coach for my Denver Broncos, Dan Reeves, passed away as well. And just seeing how everybody's reflecting on what John Madden meant to them and what Betty White did, her astonishing career in Hollywood, not to actually have any actual acting classes ever, just pure talent, just something amazing. The fact that her and Eazy-E were friends, just you never know. You never know unless you're in the moment and know these people for sure, instead of just living vicariously through them, which I used to do all the time. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And Dan Reeves, he had some big ass hands, that southern drawl, those glasses, and how he would talk to Johnny Elway. I would never. I mean, the first Super Bowl I went to was in Miami. We had the opponent, the Atlanta Falcons, the Denver Broncos and the Falcons. It was the same weekend that Eugene Robinson got caught dipping in the cookie jar. I met Barrow Man. We won the Super Bowl against Dan Reeves. Dan Reeves did the Dirty Bird 2 weeks earlier. That was pretty cool. But wow, the reflection on all these athletes and entertainers has just been astonishing, what the people remember, and they're sharing it through different social media platforms. So I thought that was pretty cool on people getting that out there for sure. The New Year's Eve celebrations that Hollywood showed us, whoa. I don't know how many of you watched any of the countdowns, the New Year's Eve celebration, 50th edition. Everybody's pretty fucked up that was performing. I mean, this was not alcohol. This was not marijuana. I'm not an expertise in that, identifying the drug or what's wrong with that person on TV while they're performing. I'm just saying, Andy Cohen let loose. He got some things off his chest. So I'm thinking now the delay for next year's celebration may be a 30-second or 45-second delay next year, just so they can catch themselves when they get an entertainer or a performer or a influencer through social media on live television. There's no telling what can be said, because right now we're in that era and time where you can say anything you want, basically. Well, happy Motivational Monday, kids. Hope everyone is doing well. Don't forget to check out the website, www.dremontez.com. If you are in position to do some advertising, try live stream advertising or podcast advertising. We have information on our website if you would like to be a part of it. Don't let financial obligations hold you back from doing some advertising on a podcast or a live stream. Trust me on that. We can talk about it. There's a plan for everyone. So hit us up on there and we'll take care of you ASAP. So there it is. The New Year's celebration. I was kind of different. Didn't go anywhere. I watched football, of course. Had a glass and a half of wine. Sleep before 10. Those two football games were that boring. And I'm talking about Bama and the Natty. Everybody tried to tell Cincinnati, just be quiet. Don't try to do the subliminal rat poison, because Nick Saban is a mastermind at this shit. Tell the student body, don't make any videos poking at Bama. Don't do it. Just walk around campus like nothing's wrong. No, they couldn't do that. They had to poke fun at Bama. I'm just glad it didn't turn out like Hawaii and Georgia in the Sugar Bowl of 2007. But I still don't think Cincinnati did a good thing for another school that could possibly do the same thing next year. Being unfamiliar territory, you're not about that life. That school, Bama, that's what they do. They produce football talent. Cincinnati, you get lucky every now and then. You get a couple stars in there. But every damn year they're putting in. They're putting in. They're putting in. And look at the size of these guys. Before the game, they panned the crowd. Cincinnati fans are going nuts. Bama bought the whole damn state of Alabama. They travel. And them kids are fast and big. That was a boring game. That game was over with in the first quarter to me. And then we're going to go on to this Georgia and Michigan game. See, now that the game is over with, everybody's going to say, well, Michigan won a national championship when they beat Ohio State. No. No, that's not what you said after that game. That's not what you said when you found out who you were playing. I could have sworn Blue Nation was out there saying, bring on the dogs or bring on the tide. We'll beat both of you. I remember hearing that. But I think real football fans that follow game of college football and understand what UGA's about, realize what Athens, Georgia is all about, understanding the SEC and the SEC commitment, we knew Harbaugh was out of this league. Out of his league in this one. But now it comes to this situation. Now it's the kids' fault. They don't want to play in a bowl game. They don't want to risk further injury, hurt their chances of playing on Sundays, draft status, endorsement deals, all of that. But see, now that has been pushed to the side due to the NIL, we're going to see a lot more of the conversation when it comes to playing in bowls that matter and bowls that don't matter to that athlete. Watch. You think Desmond, Tutu Howard, and Kirk Herbstreit piss people off? Just keep listening to the narrative the closer we get to the NFL draft about the NIL situation and how it's affecting college football players when it comes to the commitment of bowl games. Speaking of bowl games, Central Michigan pulled off the biggest come up I've ever seen. So due to COVID restrictions and things like that, their bowl game they were going to play in, their team was out. They were looking for a bowl game. Now, the bowl game they were going to play in, the payout was a little over $100,000. It's good money for Central Michigan. Good money. They didn't have an opponent. They wanted to play. Washington State needed an opponent. Come on, Central Michigan, let's play. Now they're playing in the bowl game where the payout was $2 million. And Central Michigan won the game. Talk about a come up. Talk about a come up. That's some P. Diddy buying my shit back type come up right there. Good job, Central Michigan. Also, a shout out to Mizzou's women's basketball team again for beating number 1 South Carolina last week. Don Staley. He went down. Hell of a game, though. Hell of a game. But that was something else right there. But yeah, college students going home for a visit. That is I'm confused on so many levels on this one. We already know in the music industry, you can't go back home. If you come out of a bad situation, as far as your upbringing, your parents' lifestyle, your living situation, your educational values, if it didn't go good for you and now you have turned yourself into something, why are you going back home? Because every time it happens in the music industry, it goes bad. And they shared a story about Utah football team. And this is not the first time I've heard a story like this. It can be a scholar athlete. It can be a academic student. They go home and something fucked up happens. But if you look pictures to the movies, the songs, actual words by people that live in the neighborhood, somebody's lying. The hood always got your back. We're going to be here for you. We're going to protect you. The hood will kill you. You come out of these dire situations No way possible you're going to college based on your background, your setup, your current situation, but somehow or another you find inspiration. The inspiration hit you like a mama. It'll come out of nowhere. And you find something to excel in and get you out of this situation. Here it is, perpetuating your career on the field, in the classroom. You're doing things differently. You're focused, but you're still in this uncomfortable situation of living and being in. But you're trying to get out of it. And you finally get a way out by getting a scholarship, whether it's for sports or academics. You found a way to go to college. You're the first one in your family to go to college ever that you can remember. Something to be proud of. Then you make the team. Oh, boy. Folks at home wearing your college jersey, you're feeling good about yourself. Now you want to go home. Now you want to go to a neighborhood party of kids you know you done grew up with. Now we got a hater in the building decides to shoot you. Why does this keep happening? So now, basically, you shouldn't go home ever. But back to the neighborhood. You can't go back and give back to the neighborhood because somebody's going to take back what you're trying to give back, meaning your life. I don't know what the message is on this situation, but I just wish things would be a whole lot better when kids would go home and visit from college. It's totally different than it was in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. You felt like you were talking to a hero. They're off of college. They're playing ball. They got a jersey of a college you see on TV. And you know this person? But now it's turned into hatred, envy. Utah, hold your head up in that bowl game you lost. Hold your head up. You played much better than Cincinnati, and what a year you had. You had two players that were best friends, both lose their life. Accidental shooting and being shot at a party. Hashtag 22. Utah played the hell of a game. That was a hell of a bowl game. Hell of a bowl game. Now, Notre Dame, what happened? See, the announcers, I blame them because the whole game they kept talking about Notre Dame's coach, Marcus. Oh, I knew this young man from years ago in a pre-production meeting. I knew when he left the room, this guy's going to be an it factor. He's going to be the guy. I'm like, oh, cool. He kept showing his beautiful family. Cool. Notre Dame's up 28-7 at one point. They're still bragging on this dude about what he's going to do. But at the same time they're talking, I'm looking at this dude. He's not even talking to the team. So I'm wondering, what the hell was going on? That was one of the craziest games I've ever seen. You're talking about a first day on the job. That was a bad first day on the job. Notre Dame, what happened? Golden Domers, what happened right there? I'm not saying Oklahoma State didn't deserve it, but they never quit doing that game. And Notre Dame definitely quit doing that game for sure. They quit. No. If you're just tuning in, thank you so much. This is Montez at midday. It's Motivational Monday, first Monday of the new year of 2022. Yeah, so celebrate New Year's Day was a little different, you know. I didn't get a chance to go any people watching due to the weather and the fact they were shutting down certain things according to the social media platforms that I follow. So stayed home, watch football again. And the New Year's Day bowl games were the best. They were the best. They were definitely the best out there that I witnessed over the weekend. Speaking of what I witnessed over the weekend, how was your NFL Sunday today? What happened with your team yesterday? Talk to me. I know everybody wants to talk about AB, and I get it. But in the beginning of when I saw it happen, I had jokes. I wanted to laugh. I was going to do a live video, but no, we're not doing that no more. No. Let me see how this here really plays out. Let me see how this verbiage is going to go up until what I say. What was that? I gave it till 8:30 last night. Let me see where this goes until 8:30. Then, of course, this morning, got to see what the overnight sensation. You get on Twitter, got to get on, you got to get on TMZ. You got to get on social media to see what's going on. Let me see if he gonna really explain something here. And at that same time, looking at all this, I'm agreeing with a lot of people have said. This is our fault. We did this. We let them know it's okay to show your ass. As long as you what, kids? Get the bag, man. Get that money, AB. Get that money, AB. Wrong message, kids. I don't understand how people misconstrued the privilege to play professional sports and to get paid for it. I'm not talking about the fact that you're being used, they're taking advantage of you. That shit gonna happen. It's like dating in your 20s. They're gonna cheat on you and take advantage of you and rob your ass. It's just part of life. But when you play professional sports, and as it has changed and stories have came out, the game has changed, people are paying attention now. People are listening now. But I think one thing that Roger Goodell and the NFL does not want to come out of this whole situation that happened yesterday with Antonio Brown, the one acronym they don't want to hear, CTE. They fought away from it. I don't know if you followed that story. I don't know if you saw the breakdown on what the players. I don't know if you watched the movie. I don't know if you knew who Mike Webster was. I don't know if you know who Dave Durison was. I don't know. But all I'm saying, the NFL does not want that 3-letter acronym to come out and be trending today after 2 o'clock. CTE. Quarterbacks, receivers, running backs, and linemen. Everybody is having a head-on collision during a play. But then on the other side of this, I'm saying, how bad was his ankle hurt? On the other side of this, was he really just trying to break the record? I mean, get the incentive money yesterday in one game instead of waiting the next week? Did he already have plans for next week? Didn't want to play? We don't know. Is that what he really said to T. Brady, T12 on the sideline? Oh, so you going back to Gronk, huh? What are you talking about, man? We ain't going to do this right now. Most people try to feed you the ball. Most people try to give you the advantage based on the coverage. But either way, what happened yesterday with Antonio Brown was bizarre. I'm not going into no medical issue with this. I'm not qualified, even though I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express before. But that right there is something just wild to me right there. It really is. I tried these new damn cigars and never buy a cigar from a gas station. Never. It's been burning my throat for like a day now. All right. So that right there is the AB situation. But Sunday also had the Ravens and the Rams. I think all Ram fans should figure out a way to get a hold of Matthew Stafford before the game and everybody yell to him, "You're not in Detroit anymore." Remember the movie Forrest Gump? To stop him running, the student body had to get sign made up. Stop, Forrest. Maybe they need to do that for Matthew Stafford, because the last 3 games, the Rams have not looked like a playoff contention team. They look like a team I don't trust nobody. I don't think they're utilizing Von Miller the right way in their defensive scheme at all. And Matthew Stafford has flashbacks. He's throwing interceptions that, being a legally blind person, I can see, like, what the hell? What is going on? And then the Ravens yesterday, Huntley been listening to y'all. See? He been listening to y'all. Oh, he looks good. Well, maybe the Ravens can use him to close out the season and get Lamar in there, get him rested up. That way he'll be ready for the playoffs, because I think he can win the rest of these games. Stop it. Ill-advised throw he made yesterday. Then after that, he had nothing. He got gun shy. He wasn't using his attributes like he was in weeks past. He got to believing in himself, smelling himself, putting on his own uniform at home while playing Madden as himself. He took out Lamar Jackson in the video game and put himself in there. And he got to talking to himself saying, I can do this shit too. Okay. All right. The Colts. Yeah. If you watch that Colts and Raiders game, what the Raiders have been through this year, I wouldn't want no franchise to go through this. None at all. It's not comical what happened with this team. I mean, those are actual human beings that have been affected by some crazy things, and the violence, the emails, overall to get over the hump and to be in this situation. But that still does not negate the fact that Carson Wentz is horrible. How in the hell y'all lose that game yesterday? How do you lose that game yesterday? I know I can't wait to watch that Hard Knocks episode. I can't wait to hear what the hell Carson Wentz was thinking. He couldn't do nothing with the ball when they get the ball on the turnover. What? I mean, the time of possession on the turnovers. 3 plays quickly, boom. Whoa, come on. Nothing. Cincy. All I'm saying, the Kansas City Chiefs has scored 28 points, and they lost 34-31. I'm going to say it one more time. The Kansas City Chiefs had 28 points at halftime. Is this thing on? The $500 million man. I love when he get to doing stuff. Oh, I can pretend to look over there. Man, you know who Dan Marino is? Please, that stuff is played out. He's always doing something with his hands that is fictitious, trying to play like he's talking to the refs on every play. Get the fuck out of here, man. Good game, Cinch. Good game. And they tried to hold you back on that fake hole in the first half. They called against y'all, but you kept going. Cinch is going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. Funny game, though. Funny game. Fly, Eagles, fly. Fly, Eagles, fly. June, man cave member. Jalen Hurts. I don't know how Philly does it when they win these games. And then the fact that the side of the stands fell yesterday. Jalen didn't even jump, handled it with ease, got up and took a selfie with the fans. That's what's up. Philly. Well, Dallas, after further review, I see why Mike Tomlin called that timeout. At the time of, I was like, please don't tell me this guy fucked up another game with the misuse of the timeouts. But after watching the game again and watching several shows, okay, it was confusion. He got baited into calling that last timeout. That was a hell of a game. Hell of a game. The Patriots played the Jaguars yesterday. They put up a 50 spot. But that's not what's got me mind-boggled here. At some point during that game, Trevor Lawrence was on the sideline of the Jaguars with his arms folded across. And he's looking at Mac Jones and he's saying to himself, there's no way we have the same type of coaches in the NFL to prepare us to excel. There's no way. He had that look on his face like, shit, these coaches I have are crap. They're not preparing me. That dude looks 4 years ahead of the game. And they both come out the same year? Am I right on this? Am I wrong? Am I right on this? It's mind-boggling. The learning curve. The learning curve yesterday, watching those two teams play was like, wow. And here's something else I learned yesterday. My Denver Broncos were officially eliminated from the playoff contention this year. Normally, teams, according to Hard Knocks and NFL Films and NFL Network, We've seen what teams should do in practice. Many of you out there have played sports and you practice and you know you have an opponent coming up. You're preparing for that opponent. And NFL teams have the privilege of having game film to study their tendencies, their frequencies, and what we know for sure about this team. So we're preparing a game plan to defend what they're about to do and to attack their offense, their defense, with our offense based on what we've seen their defense do to teams. So teams usually work on that the week up. If you have the ability to watch that Denver Bronco game today in replay against the Chargers, there is no fucking way the Denver Broncos had practice last week. No way possible. No way possible. There's no way in the hell that team had a practice last week with the emphasis being on the Chargers. No. Not buying it. No way possible. Not possible. I'm not saying we should have beat we should have beat the Chargers. We didn't even compete. Drew Lock looked like it was his first day of high school at a 5A school. He looked like that. Whoa. Well, where do I go? I mean, there's no preparation. I mean, it was like they didn't even want to play yesterday. That offense was horrific. Horrific. I mean, the Chargers did what they wanted to, as they should have. But that was a beatdown, but there's no way possible. You're going to convince me I want video footage with a date dot right there, a watercolor, somebody with absolute proof that can show me that Drew Lock practiced last week with the Broncos with a game plan to play the Chargers yesterday. Give me that motherfucking proof, because I haven't seen it. Didn't see it at all. I tell you what I did see. Yellowstone season finale. What's that? Dre don't spoil it for them. Well, they should watch fucking TV then. No, I'm not going to spoil it for you. But I will tell you this. The cowboy lifestyle is interesting. And the movies I've seen and the television shows, I mean, it's just something about it, man. That is, and then the music. Okay. If Glee, the TV show, can travel and turn into a fucking Broadway musical play, concert tour, Yellowstone can too. Ladies and gentlemen, come to St. Louis at Busch Stadium this summer. We have the Yellowstone TV show music tour. Who going? The music is off the chain on the damn show. I mean, so that new country I like out there, this is not the one the dog died, your wife left you, your truck broke down. None of that shit no more. No, Got some deep shit they be saying, man. And then it goes with the scene. Damn, them damn people are good at compose music for TV shows. But yeah, Yellowstone season finale. I tell you what, it takes a brave man to admit his true feelings. It takes a brave man. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It takes a brave man to do that. You just got to watch season finale. What else did I pick up off of this without revealing? You know, I have been to some crazy weddings as I was in the military. When I got out, I used to drive limos part-time. So I've done a few weddings, and now I'm an ordained minister, and I've done 3 weddings since I've done that. I've seen some obscure shit when it come to weddings. Like, I didn't see what, is this love? Or I didn't saw like, damn, this is love. Or I didn't see like, what in the, y'all getting married? Neither here nor there. Watch season finale. And maybe if kids who are mad that their parents were rich and own a sports franchise and they don't understand the thing of keeping it in the family, maybe they need to watch these Yellowstone shows and Justified. You get the true meaning of keeping it in the family. I'm not talking about Southern relationships. Keep your head out of the gutter. I'm talking about the value, the wealth of something, but you don't see it because you're so young and you're trying to move so fast. Maybe they should get that message right there when it comes to these sports franchises who kids, because all the owners are old as fuck.com. I mean, they're 80 plus, and none of the kids. Then the kids get mad when grandma or grandpa go out there and date a 30-year-old. Well, you motherfuckers don't want the team. What you want me to do? Get a team now. We'll take care. We'll take care. But guys, it's the new year. Happy New Year to you again. 2022 is here. Let's keep it positive and keep it real. A few things again I wish to hope never hear from again. The bun and the hairstyle of a woman and a dude. And you know what I mean. Let those all leave. Let's bring back the high five running. And also, let's bring back the dance, the bump. All right, kids. We're going to get out of here. Thank you again for tuning into the show. This has been another episode of The Weed Squad Presents Montez at Midday. You can get a little tune as we get on up out of here.